All right, so I've been in the short-term vacation rental industry since 2007, and I've got to interview hundreds of executives of various vacation rental management companies, and I've seen it from different angles. I've seen it from building up my own vacation rental company, and then also being an executive at one of the largest property management software companies out there. And what we've seen overall, the average of the average of the averages, is that the average vacation rental management company usually ends up netting about $36,000 in gross booking revenues per property. So the average GBR, or owner rent, if you will, is $36,000. The average commission rate is typically about 20%. So for this example, what we're going to use is we're actually going to use 36,000 as our gross booking revenue. We're going to use 20% or $7,200 in commissions. Now, I've asked this question well over 100 times, and the net margins that usually falls to the bottom line as a percentage of the gross booking revenue usually ends up netting to about 10% of the gross booking revenue. Now, you have some outliers that are going to be a little bit less or a lot more, but on average, you're looking at about 10% of the gross booking revenues. So in this example, $36,000 in gross booking revenue times 10%, we're going to say our average margins are about $3,600. So we're going to use this number for the rest of this presentation. All right, so here's it kind of shown a different way. So again, in summary, one property that does $36,000 in gross booking revenue will bring on about $7,200 in commissions and net margins of about $3,600. However, you don't keep a property in your rental program for 1 year, hopefully. Hopefully you keep them in your rental program for much longer. So how do you calculate what that looks like? So some owners may stay in your rental program for a year, but some have been in your rental program probably since you've started for 10 plus years. So what you do to calculate that average is to come up with your churn. So to come up with your computing the customer lifetime, what you want to do is you want to take your customer lifetime and you take 1 divided by your churn. So churn is the percentage of inventory you lose any given year. So if you have 100 properties in your rental program and you lose 10 this year, your churn is 10%. So for us to calculate the lifetime in years, what we want to do is we want to take 1 divided by that churn percentage, or 10%. And in this example, it's going to give us a 10-year lifetime. So for our examples, the average property is going to stay in our rental program for 10 years. And again, this is about average. And I've asked this question many, many times of multiple vacation rental management companies. And the average lifetime in years is about 10 years. All right, so here's how it looks after 10 years. So this is for one property. You have $360,000 in gross booking revenues over the life of the property in your rental program. You have $72,000 in commissions, and you have $36,000 in net margins or profit. So it's not bad. And I guarantee you, most vacation rental management companies have not calculated the lifetime value of a property and adding to the rental program. But what happens if you add 10 properties? So if, let's say, this year you take a proactive stance and you go out there and you have this proactive marketing strategy and you add 10 properties to your rental program, you're adding over $360,000 in profit over the lifetime. Not bad.